Hello there. So, welcome to today's stream. We have got a round 2 game. It is Dray versus Nick in this round 2 stream. And I'm just going to put that down there so it's more uniform. Both of them are currently setting up on the table at present. Unfortunately, no dice cam, but I'm sure that's not going to be a game breaker for everyone at home. So let's go on through to the list and see what each person's packing. Starting with Dray. So, Nick, in his own words, said this is a very strong list. And then when Nick got drawn against it, he was scared. So we've got ourselves an assimilated Deridex class, benefiting from an extra shield and an extra attack die at the cost. It's still got the same actions as it would normally. A really good die for a ship of its size. Liviana Chavanak. It's the captain, cloak mines, additional weapons array to increase the attack dice, and aft disruptor emitter for blind spot coverage. It's a tough ship. With a cloak as well, it's going to be a hard ship to damage. We have the formidable Riemann Warbird Scimitar. With Laris, an excellent Romulan captain, with lots of action efficiency. Polarized hull plating to make all those crits redundant and just make them normal hits. An excellent choice. And then again, aft disruptor emitters to cover the blind spots. And then finally the IRW Soran, which has got additional mobility when it shoots, or after it shoots. With Valdor putting an extra attack dice on there. Advanced cloaking to try and keep that cloak. And again, aft disruptor emitters to cover the blind spots. Just so you can chuck dice out. A nice mobile list thanks to the sensor echo that cloak affords. And it's got some decent offense going with it as well, so that's awesome sauce. And moving on to Nick. So Nick is packing a 5 ship, one of the few 5 ships in the tournament. He's got the Gore Portas with 2 hidden weapons and a female changing that can allow the crew to do a free action. Ship you don't see very often. 4th wing patrol ship for some action economy and built-in action economy for itself. Genesis effect with a hidden crew. Gold broker to increase the attack dice of himself and friendlies. And phase polaron beams to go through shields. Shouldn't affect the Romulan list that much, but the benefit of phase polaron beams is they still got a built-in modification should the need arise. A standard Jemadar attack ship with Gen Khan. It'll be the highest captain skill on the field, I can guarantee that, because he's backed up by Golden Art. And then phase polaron beam again. And then finally 2 Dominion science vessels. Nick's done a custom paint job of them. With Gold Turan and Denatra, dishing out extra attack dice. Neota Ahura to increase the upgrade range of things, so this could affect like the phase polaron beams, for example. Cloaked mines, area control, and then a Vendorian spy that can copy a crew. You know, you could probably see that with Ahura, and then he's got himself some range 3 goodness with any range 1 weapons, for example, or range 1 abilities. So yeah, pretty strong list. Let's go on through to the stream. Boom, and let's get patched on the audio.
And Valdor. There we go.
Right then, gents, the intro is now done. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to clock off now, make sure the audio levels are correct, and I will see you in a little bit. Peace.
Bye-bye. Timer is ready.
Alright, let's just make sure they're actually... Ah, good. It is properly synced.
So we've got two very different lists going toe to toe. Like say the agility and manoeuvrability of the Romulans, and then you've got the more formation based Dominion list. It's a game for Nick to lose if he doesn't play to his strengths. He'll need to slow roll to limit the blind spots that will be created from being drawn out to the middle of the field. By that definition, Dray would need to get a flanker in there to get behind Nick and start divvying Nick's ships and firing arcs up. Dray, a single ship of Dray's can't take the full force of everything Nick's got. By that same token, Dray can handle one ship shooting at him. So it's all. This one will come down to their openings. Will come down to their manoeuvring. In a nutshell, if Dray can get behind Nick, Nick's going to be in a real spot of bother.
Alrighty, I think everything is set up now.
No worries. Ready to roll off when you are.
Alright.
I got 1. You got 2. So that flips to you, and you get to place the first obstacle.
Alrighty, I think I'm going to go with a planet here. So let's just pick a nice little planet.
I would recommend, just because we're both using cloaked mines, that we pick a flat planet, because believe it or not, you can actually place cloaked mines on planets.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah, fair
So
point.
that it's a good thing to sort of keep them on top of them. Otherwise, I'd definitely be down for the 3D planets.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. Alrighty. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I too will pick a planet. And I would have picked the purple one with the whole Dominion and everything, but it's already on the board, so. Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
with
the rest
that.
were a little too blue, not green enough.
Yeah. Okay, so that's locked. And okay, I've got 2 6s, a 7, an 8, and a 9.
2 5s and a 7.
Okay, so be your 2 5s first then.
So patience for Nick will come down to where those cloak mines go. They'll either go centre of the board or they'll go on that right channel. I think centre would probably be the best, would suit him better. For a stray down a certain channel, but it's just deploying them at the right time.
Yep. 2 5s are placed.
Okay. My Dominion science vessel.
Oh, that's useful.
What's that, first squadron flying?
Yeah, I never really thought of actually using the little maneuver template there to line them up.
It's Yeah, it's very useful because it's on its side. It's supposed to be the same size as the base, and
Oh, that is useful.
it means that certain turns, like banks, when you're in certain squadrons, you happen to know then that certain banks and hard turns will fit and won't be bumping.
Nice little trick Nick and I
Stuff I
picked
picked
up
up playing X-Wing.
There you go. I taught him that one.
Or I converted. So that's my 6s, and you've got a 7, haven't you?
Yep. So it'd be your 7, then mine, right?
I think for deployment it's your 7 first, but then it goes to me moving first at 7.
Okay. Well, either way is fine with me. Okay. Just 1 sec while I think it through a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. My 7 is placed.
Right.
Looks like Dray's looking to flank there with the old scimitar top left. This Deredex and Valdor class going to try and draw fire, I imagine, down the middle. Scimitar can shift, so target priority for Nick. I think he'd be happy to get anything, but shifting the scimitar's nice for points, but it's not too big of a distribution in terms of points. If Nick takes 1 ship, then Dray has to kill 2 of Nick's ships because of the way the points land on Nick. So a tough call. Dray hasn't got much going for him in terms of offensive modification. I'm just going to pull up Dray's list quickly. Let's put up fuel to see at home. So yeah, so in regards to Dray, he's...
Yeah, I'll go with that.
The Deredex hasn't got a lot of offensive mods.
Yeah, I imagine deployment was a little bit planned out in advance with all the formation flying.
Same with the
Yeah.
Valdor class.
Had a sort of slight tweak with this particular formation for this game, but yeah, it's fairly similar.
I think the biggest concern is the
Works
Scimitar.
well when you know what ships need to do what.
Got some quality going for it though, so
Right.
there is that element. But again, that Scimitar's on a nice angle there, so Nick's going to be forced to commit one way or the other. If I was Dray, I'd probably try and use the Deredex and Valdor, bring him down the right side or the bottom of our screens, and then force Nick to make a decision that way. But I'd imagine the cloak mines will go between those 2 planets.
That's another thing about my build. I went with it because it doesn't have a lot of extra bells or whistles, so pretty straightforward. I've only been playing for a month. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Is that only been playing on the tabletop side, or just in general Star Trek Attack Wing?
Star Trek Attack Wing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, Kilo got me into it end of July.
Shout out.
Yeah, end of
person
July,
Kilo.
beginning of August is when I
Big up.
started.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah. You know, if you've got any questions or anything, and
Well, for the
Yeah.
most part, it's just coming up with the correct way to fly without ending up dead. So, little experience things.
yeah. I think that's what we're all trying to do, really, isn't it?
For
Fly
the most part,
correctly
yeah.
and not die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in that case, I might as well move on to dials, and yeah, good luck.
All right, planning it is.
I'm enjoying some nice chocolate pillow cereal on the second bowl. I'm going to be sick. Been training this afternoon, so I've burned some calories. I've earned it. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, if I was Dray, obviously I'm not, I'd be trying to pull Nick to commit left to the top or the bottom, and I'd probably fly very aggressive or very quickly as I can with the Valdor into Deradex to try and cover that ground, because in my opinion, a non-optimal deployment place at the middle of the board. Otherwise, Nick just needs to keep pointing in that general direction.
Have you got an issue with your dial?
Yeah, it's double synced, so I'll just replace it real quick.
Pain when that happens.
So, could be down to experience, and Nick's, as Nick's alluded to, him and I used to play a lot of X-Wing. Nick's been playing Attack Wing now for over a year, part of Fremont for just over a year. So Nick's got quite a bit of experience under his belt now. So hopefully Nick's looking to offset the lack of experience from Dray.
Alright, planned out.
Okay. In that case, I'll start the timer,
Okay.
and we can start the activation phase, which I've got nothing I want to do at this present moment.
I don't
So-
have anything that triggers then, so.
Okay, so you're 5s.
Alrighty, so. Board bird, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to move ahead 2, and then cloak. And then because Liviana is on it, I get to take another action. So we'll also just grab and evade. The Saran is going to do a 3 bank, and then also cloak.
Ooh, that thing moves.
And then it's to you for your 6s and 7.
Okay, so the cool science vessel is going to do a 1 bank to the right, and also cloak. And the Dominion science vessel is going to do 1 bank and also cloak. And then the 4th Wing Patrol ship is going to do a 1 bank to the right. And at this stage I'll just take an evade and a battle stations because of Ducat's ability. Okay, you're 7.
Alrighty, it is going to zoom ahead 6, and then cloak.
Okay, and then finally, so Khan going to do 1 back to the right, and take a battle stations, and the Breen going to do a 1 bank to the right, the battle stations as well. No, can't do a battle station, sorry, scan. And that is end of that. No shooting. End phase, I'll do Genesis effect because I'm in range of a planet to reveal William Riker, who gets 2 time tokens, but one of them is removed because it's the end phase, so he's got 1 time token on it. And that's it, that's the end phase, so clearing up tokens.
Alrighty, all mine are on the green side, so nothing on my end. I'll just go straight into my planning. Oh, wait, no, evade.
So this gets flipped, and since we're in the planning phase, I'm going to drop some cloaked mines. So I will flip over my cloaked mines card and slap out my cloaked mines, which must not be too close to your scimitar. Yeah, I'll leave the cloak mines there then. And double check they're in Denatra's range. They are, so I will lock those up there. Okay. Did you want to do anything, or?
No, I wasn't going to drop mine yet.
Okay, perfect. So I shall do my dials.
Decent positioning. I think Nick's indicated that the scimitar's going to be his primary objective. Valdor taken towards the top of the board there is reinforce Nick's commitment. Unless there's going to be a load of come-abouts, but I think at this point Dray's committed. There's going to be combat in round 2. At this point, the Valdor's still got the opportunity to do a come about. The Doderidex isn't in the greatest of positions either. 4 forwards ain't going to jump the planet. I don't think a bank, in the sense that Echo is going to really benefit him, because he doesn't want to be in those front arcs. Tactical withdrawal at this point would be advisable for the Romulans. Pull back behind the planet, get Nick committed. Now that Nick's mines are down, it's left the middle of the board nice and open for all the manoeuvre and shenanigans that he can pull off, that Dray can pull off. tell they're thinking, oh, normally Nick's quite chatty, but with getting a focused vibe from the two of them, so I'm having to step up a bit more. So you get to hear my serious voice as I try and speculate what they could be doing. If you haven't already, check out the round 2 revealing stream to see who else has got who else, or you can just check out the Fremont where no banners are on the
Alrighty, I think I have
foreboard.
them planned out.
Okay. So to start of activation, I'm going to do a few things. So in this particular order, I'm going to do Vendorian Spy, target a friendly crew upgrade equipped to a ship within range 1 to 2. This card becomes a copy of that, so I'm going to target my Uhura, which gives me this wonderful half Uhura, half Vendorian Spy card. I'm then going to trigger Uhura, which is place 3 time tokens and target a friendly ship within range 1 to 2. Increase the range of all upgrades on that ship by 1. So she gets 3 time tokens. And then I'm also... Oh, and the ship in question I'm targeting is my Breen ship, the Gorpatas. And then I'm also going to do the other Uhura and trigger the same, the Breen ship as well. So just clone that. There we go. So 3 time tokens and 2 Uhuras basically on the Breen ship.
Okay.
And that's everything in my activation phase, I think. Yeah. Okay. So,
Alright.
if you're ready, then you'll.
I'm ready. So we'll start with the Veldor. The Saran is going to do a 2 bank, and then a sensor echo 1 to the right.
Decent, could get him out of arc of a few ships. Oh, I don't think Nick will pass up the chance to shoot that really
Nice.
forward, though.
And well out of mine range.
And then the Derridex is going to do this. Oh,
Was that meant to go the other way? Was it?
no, it went the way it was meant to. It's just I didn't think it would go far enough to bump into the planet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But that's okay.
I mean, if it helps, I think the planet's going to be obstructing any shots it might take. So, all right, my 6s then. So I will start off with the Cool Science Vessel, which is going to do a 1 bank left. I'm going to trigger Cool Terran. Choose a faction. In this case, I'll choose Romulan. And I target all my friendly ships within range 1 to 2. Each ship gets to roll an extra attack and an extra defense dice against the chosen faction this round. So I've got a Cool Terran token to represent that. So Denatra, Green, and the others will get +1 and +2, specifically against Romulans. And then Denatra, going to do the same. And she will just take an evade. And it's your 7 to move first.
It's going to move ahead 1. And then it's going to sensor echo to the left. just one. Actually, yeah, I'll also go to the left. And because that's Loris, I get the battle station. But I will hold on to that for now because that's in the combat phase.
Ah, okay, yeah. No worries. Right, my 4th Wing Patrol ship. Just going to do a 1 bank to the left. Ooh, no shots. I will just take a battle stations. My currently. Oh yeah, I should have changed. Khan is now he's 9. So Khan copies the highest captain skill. So at the moment that's 9, but then Goldemar adds 2 to it. So actually he's an 11 naturally. So I need to change that accordingly. So actually the next one is the Breen ship. The Breen ship is going to move there.
It's got him.
And I will do so I can't target lock you. So
Not the best maneuver there because one of the
I will
bug
do
ships is out completely. So that is a sea
the
grace
female changeling ability.
for Dray.
Actually, no, there's no need. I'll just take a scan. And then finally Khan. Just round it off. And Khan will take.
Worth noting, the Gore Portas cannot do a battle stations
Battle
naturally.
stations.
That's why Nick's chosen this scan.
Okay. So, combat phase. I'm going to do Gull Broker, which is discard this card and target this ship and all friendly Dominion ships within range 1 to 2. They all roll +1 attack die this game round, but Shroud will prevent him from being discarded by basically just discarding itself.
Yep.
So I'll get out my special Gull Broker tokens.
And same with Loris, he's going to be battle stationing, which gives him a +1 as well. I don't have a special token for him, but
There might be one in the card, actually. There you go.
oh, that's neat.
So, Jerry that was doing that, he's programmed a lot of the cards so that you
Oh
can
yeah,
just
look at
right
that. They
click.
do have the card token right there. It's fantastic.
So I think, is that all of mine?
So Loris,
Combat
the ship performed a
phase.
sensor echo this game round, which it did. The scimitar can place a battle stations beside the ship,
Yeah. I think that's all
and it
of
rolls
that
one
phase
extra
now.
attack die this game round as well. So he's checking out 7
Right,
attack die.
so, shooting
Decent.
phase. So, it will be, I guess, my Khan 11 to shoot first. And it will be, it's only got one target currently, which is your IRW Saran. And there's no point at all in me using the phase polar on, well, they're range 1 to 2 anyway, so it will just be a normal primary weapon. I will start with 3 primary, plus 1 for range 1 with Denatra, 1 for Gull Turan because it's Romulan, and 1 for Gull Broker, so it should be 6.
And I should be rolling 7 in defense.
So yeah, you get the range bonus.
The
Plus
1 for the
your
range, and then 2 default, 4 for cloak.
I'd expect Maybe 2
So,
damage to squeak
here
through
we
if Nick
go.
gets excellent quality.
Not bad, not
I
terrible.
think Dray
I'll
might get
take
away
that.
with this
It's
one.
2 hits and 2 crits. Oh, nice.
Yeah, 1 crit.
All right, so 1 crit.
Yeah.
It is structural damage.
Okay. So that's the first shots. So next up, we've got my Breen ship, and now do what? So you've got 5 hull left on the Saran, yes?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to use my triphasic emitters, which I get to discard and attack with the weapon I've got underneath.
Mm-hmm.
The weapon I've got underneath is the energy dissipator, which basically has got all sorts of nasty gimmicks in it. This particular attack does not do any damage. But if I hit you with it, you get an energy dampening token, and that's all of the energy dampening token things. It will mean you decloak immediately without raising your shields. You do not attack this round, and you have to do a white one forward in the following round.
That is rough.
So normally it's a range 1, but because I've got
Uhura's
2,
bumped it up to 3. Yeah.
just bumped it up to 3. And normally it's a 3 dice attack, but I'm going to be making it a 6 dice attack because of the 3 buffs that I've got: Taran, Denatra, and Broker. So I will do a 6 dice energy dissipator into the Saran. Go. And
Decent roll. Decent roll.
I've got a scan. So yeah, it should be, you've got -1 because of your
Crit, so I should be rolling
crit.
5.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, so net.
So energy dampening token goes on, and it then says that I may immediately perform an attack on the same ship. So I will now do a, like to have done my other attack, but because you were cloaked, that's put pay to that. So it's just going to be another primary weapon attack, which is going to be 3 plus Denatra, and I've used Girl Broker and I've used Girl Taran. I don't get to use them again. So it's actually just 4 dice attack. So here we go.
No quality.
A hit and a crit.
Should squeeze
And
the quirk for
your
I think, law of
Mine,
averages.
so you're just rolling 1, I think, aren't you? Because of, oh no, it's a primary weapon. So yeah, you get the range.
Yeah.
So another
crit.
crit.
Okay. Structural. What?
That second structural damage, is it?
It is indeed.
So 0 agility on that ship now. Right. Khan doesn't have a shot, so that's me basically all shot for this one. I don't intend to shoot with my science vessels, understandably, I think.
Yeah,
The
no, that's understandable.
energy dissipator isn't normally a discard, but the triphasic means that it gets discarded.
Yeah.
The energy dampening token remains. your scimitar to shoot then, I guess.
That doesn't stop it from being able to attack, does it?
It does, yeah.
It does?
So, yeah, it says while you've got an energy dampening token, it cannot attack or raise its shields.
Oh, yeah, no, I see that. You're right. Okay.
And then you've got to do a one white forward in the next round. So your scimitar.
Well,
I think Nick is going to be quite disappointed with that turnout there. He's
that
only
is the
shifted.
Denatra science vessel. So we are going to try and shoot the science vessel. So that'll be 7 dice.
So Denatra, is it you're shooting?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, it's going to be obstructed by the minefield as so it's 2 plus the cloak for is it a primary? It's a primary weapon, isn't it?
It is, yep.
So I think it'll actually be 8 because it's range 3 and then through the minefield. Just double check using tab. Yeah, definitely through the minefield. So 8 dice. Don't count that. Oh, not bad. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I think, I think anyone's going to take that any day of the week.
I would, yes.
Oh, sorry, I should be rolling 1 extra as well because of Gultaran and because it's a Romulan. So let's just check I haven't done the rule of 3. So 2 standard, 4 for the cloak, then we got range, plus obstacle, and Gultaran as well. So actually it's 9. But
Yeah,
do you know what?
that's-
I still don't fancy my chances. You've
No,
only
I'm,
got-
I'm well aware of the joys of evade dice. Good luck.
Oh, here we go. Right, well, there's some there to play with. So we've got 4 evades, but
And then you have an evade token, so that's the crit
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
hit. So it's 2 crits.
So 2 crits onto a 2-hull unshielded science vessel is definitely enough to kill it.
But just enough. So
Just enough, yeah. So the first crit, just for funsies, is also structural damage. A lot of that flying around. And the second one is a console fire. But Denatra has exited the game.
and then the Saran can't shoot, and neither can the Gyaradex. So
Fortunately for me, I would say. Definitely.
I think at this point Nick's gonna be sweating.
Okay.
Wasn't an
That
ideal
was,
round for him, that.
An interesting round, to say the least. Goodbye, Denatra. At least I popped my mines out before I died.
yeah, that would be unfortunate if you didn't.
Yeah. So, end phase, time token off Riker, and I will clean up my tokens.
All's not lost for Nick. It's not great. That Valdor's in a pretty poor situation. You know, it's going into the
Also,
lines
I'm going
next
to put
round.
it on. You know what? No. We're gonna remove the cloak off the Saran.
Okay.
Dray getting ready.
The
for those
scimitar, you
mines.
mean?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah, no worries.
Because the other one already has lost its cloak.
Yes. It will gain its cloak back in the combat phase of the next round. So we established that in my first game because you've still got the energy dampening token during the activation phase, so that obviously removes your shields, but then you lose the energy dampening token in the activation phase, and so you get to raise the shields in the combat phase.
All right, well, at least it's easy to plan that move.
Yeah. Less so for me, because you're able to go all over the damn place now.
Worth noting that the cloaked mines are on the Dare decks at the back there.
I actually am going to drop my mines this time, though.
Makes sense.
If I was a better man, I think they go towards the top of the table there. Because I think it's a dead cert Nick's going to be turning in. Nick's going to want to finish that Valdor off, but that Scimitar is doing that flanking manoeuvre quite nicely.
I can lift up the Valdor class if you need.
No, that's good where it is.
Cool.
Should be away far enough from Turan.
It's
Oh, just
slightly
slightly.
poking through, yeah. We're talking about. If I'll pick up that one. Easy, it's fine.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we know where the Valdor's going. Should be an easy target for the Dominion to finish off.
Alrighty.
The thing is,
I
to deal
think
with the
I'm planned.
Scimitar, he needs all three ships to shoot it.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So it's going to be activation phase. Oh yeah, sorry, time token came off. My one remaining Uhura. And yeah, got no more activation phase thingies. So you're. Oh, we'll flip the flipper.
Oh, right. I mean, it's not super important with our captain skills, but still good.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're 5s then.
All right. Well, the Valdor can only go ahead 1.
Okay. So, onto the mines. You do have the option to scan if you want.
Even if I don't have it on my shipyard? 'Cause I
Ooh.
don't. So
No, I don't think you can then.
that's what I thought.
Okay. I actually didn't realise it didn't have a scan on there, but like I said, I haven't flown
Yeah,
a
no,
Valdor
scans
before.
in battle stations. Romulans do not like them, apparently. But they do
No.
have a lot of scan cards, so you can build it in. But, alrighty.
How ironic. Okay. Oh, wow.
Alright.
So, I think that's one hull, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. That is the best mines roll I've ever had. Blanks are usually the favourite for my mine rolls.
As nice as the Saran looks on paper, I'm starting to feel that it is a cursed ship.
Did it have some issues with?
It died in the first round of combat.
Oof. Was that disruptor bombardments by any chance?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're
4
fun,
of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't fancy my chances with my list against that, having to stay together. You can throw the energy dampening token to hell now if you want, and never have to worry about it again.
And so that means the shields come up.
So
At least it's not dead.
No, it survived the energy dampening stuff, which not a lot of ships
Alright.
would normally do.
Let's see how far the Daradex can make it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and it doesn't touch it. Fantastic. That's what I was worried about. Okay. So we are going to sensor Echo to the right.
Okay, yep, nowhere near the mines, so... Yep. Oh, perfect.
And the cloak stays with it. Oof, just barely.
And the little pillbox being set up here.
So, yeah.
My 6, my Cool Turan, is going to turn basically into the kill box. And as he does that, he's going to do Cool Turan's ability and give everyone Cool Turan tokens within range 1 to 2. Oh, yeah, just against Romulan faction. And it is my 7 before your 7. So the 4th Wing Patrol ship is going to do that. Now this time, just out of the scimitar.
Well, maybe it'll do something to move into your range, but no target locking.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, well I will do a target lock. Oh, actually I will say this. You did get an action with the Saran, didn't you? So although you should have been allowed one because it was only a one white forward. So although you couldn't scan, so you can have an action with that.
No, it's the one I want. I want an evade because actually no, you have phase polar on. I'm probably better off taking my chances with the dice.
I would say yeah, probably.
So it is cloaking.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries. So so back to what I'm saying. So I could still target lock it because it's the first round of cloaking.
Yes, it's
the Daradex I can't. Scimitar I can't. That's incredibly frustrating. It needs to die, so I'm going to so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to target lock the Saran.
makes sense.
I'll target lock the Saran and change that to that. And then obviously my 4th Wing Patrol ship, if it performs a target lock action, a friendly Jem'Hadar attack ship within range 1 can also perform a target lock action. So in this case, Khan is also going to take a target lock on the Saran.
Roger, roger.
And then going back to my fourth wing patrol ship because it's a good Gul Dukat. I also get to perform a free action, which will be a battle stations. And now your scimitar. Ooh, that's cheeky.
Not as far as I wanted, but okie dokie. And
An absolutely surprising maneuver that. Didn't expect to come about. I think you
no action
should be
because
quite happy
of
about
the
that
whole red maneuver.
And the minefields as well, isn't it?
That is the unfortunate thing, yeah.
But you're not cloaked, are you?
I am not.
So, very least, these will just be on your shields. Okay, so just 2 shields. So you're still perfectly capable of cloaking.
2 shields dead.
Next up, I've got the green ship then. Gonna do that. Quite rightly, it's out of minefield range for now. For now. So yeah, scimitar is not quite where I expected it to be. I don't think I've got any shots there. So I'm gonna go with an evade. The most sensible choice there, I think. And finally, Khan is going to do a nasty little bump. Because I clearly wasn't thinking.
starting to fall apart here for Nick, I think. Unbelievably, the 4K from the scimitar, complete curveball of a manoeuvre, it's prevented it from getting shot at all. And
Brilliant.
that's
You
what
could just pick up
continues.
that one back for me, thank you. Okay. Thankfully I've still got the target lock, but still not ideal. Formation is definitely gone to tatters now. So that's the end of the activation. Combat phase. I am going to Gold Broker, and this will be for the final time because
No more shroud, yeah.
he's dead. So Gold Broker on ships there. Oh, I keep forgetting. Probably doesn't matter movement order wise, but my Gold Dukat should be 10 now because Riker is active, which means that technically Khan is at 12, but again, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's still good to keep track.
Right. What else have I got going for me? That's it for now. Okay, so yeah, you've not got anything to start a combat phase, no? No. My Khan to shoot first. So I'd be remiss if I didn't try and finish off the Saran. So I'll take a range 2 shot at the Saran, which will be absolutely no point in the prolonged music. Or is there? No, there's no point. So it'd be 3 dice plus Gull Taran and plus Gull Broker, so it's 5 dice at the Saran.
Okay.
And that says,
It's a decent roll.
well, that's decent, but I'll spend the target lock.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to.
Yeah. Spend the target lock to try and get something out of that. Nope. So, 1 hit, 3 crits.
All right, so 2 structural damage, so lose 2, but still rolling 4. Let's see if we get really lucky. Ooh, not lucky enough.
Dray, how much?
So 2 are negated, and let's see what 2 of those crits would have been. Direct hit.
Oof.
And a stunned helmsman.
Not great
Well,
cards.
you know what? I
anytime.
can live with that.
Yep.
At least it didn't die in 1 round. It still hasn't shot once in this tournament, but it's survived a little longer.
It's yeah, it's clearly feared, and it's definitely taken up more attention than I would have liked to have given it, to be fair. So, get rid of that target lock.
It's true, that ship hung in there longer than it should have. Really.
Next up is
It's
my
Captain's other ships.
4th Wing Patrol ship, and that's going to take a range 1 shot on the Dideridex. So I will do 3 dice primary, plus range 1, plus Gull Taran, plus Gull Broker, so 6 dice. And just battle stations to back me up. So ooh, definitely could have been better. I'm actually going to spend the battle stations for 2 hits and a crit.
Oof, hit and a crit, because apparently I can't roll. Okay. So that's the hit, and the crit is console fire.
Okay. Definitely not a terrible one to get.
Yeah.
And much to my frustration, my Breen ship has got nothing. So, I think I managed to somehow stick in your blind spot for the scimitar, but your Dideridex has got a target-rich environment.
Indeed it does. Alright, well, the scimitar does have aft disruptors, so...
So is that more than just the fire?
I
Oh,
can shoot
right.
outside of the firing arc, yeah, up to 3.
Right.
So...
See, I'm thinking aft disruptors is just like the aft firing arc, but no.
mhm. So we will be shooting at the Gore Portus. I think.
Okey-dokey.
Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna try and kill the Cool Taran,
Cool Taran.
because yeah, why not? You have enough
Definitely.
that it's terrifying for me to have more dice just constantly thrown at me.
Yeah, I mean, it makes my list significantly weaker if I lose him, so I can understand the logic.
And
Already missing Denatra.
I think it's just 3, yeah,
Okay.
because he did not censor echo. All right.
Personally, I wouldn't have advised that.
2 hits.
Unless Nick blanks
Okay.
out.
So Cool Taran gets 2 standard plus 4 from the cloak, and I believe that is it. I'm going to say that's not obstructed, so let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
see now, if I'd gotten that on the Saran, I would be happy.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Would you like to shoot with Cool Taran?
No. Kulturan prefers cloaking to shooting.
All right. Well, the Deradex is going to try and kill Kulturan just to finish that off.
It's very possible.
So that is range 1. So 4, 5, 6, I think I'm rolling.
So depending on your abilities.
4 plus 1 plus 1. Because
Yep.
of the additional weapons.
Yep, that's right.
To have a battle stations.
Oh,
Alright,
I
so
know.
3 hits.
Okay, so same old 2 plus 4. Ooh. 1 goes through.
Still alive, though.
Barely, but yes, I'll. Kulturan lives for now. Okay. Breathes a sigh of relief and quietly takes a time token off Uhura. Okay. So Goldbroker's gone. Turan.
Imagine this is an uncomfortable battle for both people. You're not seeing massive amounts of damage really going through quite easily, apart from obviously the cloak mines on the Valdor that's been removed. I could see Dray's logic. Personally, I would have probably gone for the ships that could fire, because there's still 25 minutes in the game. Can still get that quality out there. Scimitar's probably going to trigger the mines again because it's got that orcs. Not going to be good for it, especially if it loses its shields from the mines. It won't be able to cloak.
Alright, ready for planning?
Yeah.
The Deradex is going to trigger the mines. If that cloak goes, different ball game for Dray. I think at this point Nick should probably come into the scimitar. I imagine Dray might try some blocking with the Deradex. Just to remove those those actions that Nick relies on. Just another look at the leaderboard during this planning phase, just to see what the standings as they are before round 2. Dray there on row 86, Nick on row 74.
Time for bumper cars.
Yeah. Fun dancing around all these cloaked mines, isn't it?
I just imagine if we each could have brought 2.
Oh yes, it wasn't too long ago that we had quite a lot of lists with multiple cloaked mines. Okay, let's try that. See how we get on.
I'll be expecting Nick to do one of the banks at this point to the right.
Case. Activation. Is not back yet anyway. So it's your 5.
That being said, I would expect the
Already?
highlighted ship to probably just do a 1 forwards.
Interesting.
So it just goes backwards and
Yep.
almost doesn't move.
Okay. My cool Terran. Gonna do a hard 2 for the nope maneuver.
Understandable.
But he's still going to trigger his ability for everybody else within range 1 to 2 against the Romulans. Because he's just so damn cool. And then
Cool.
it is, yeah, yours next.
We're just gonna do a 1 bank.
Okay. So clears. I presume that doesn't have scan either.
It does not, no.
Okay, so we'll go mines first, then your action.
Oh,
wow.
Ooh,
Honestly,
no
best
cloak
mine
options there for the Scimitar.
rolls I've ever had. But that is, you're still decloaked, aren't you? So that's on your.
No,
your
no,
mission.
yeah, it's 2 shields and a hit.
Okay.
And then for my action, I'm going to re-enable my emitters.
Okay. Right, so, time for you to roll some minefield dice. Should be
Hopefully.
enjoyable for you. So, my Breen at 9 is going to do a come about, which I was sure was going to be on there, so yeah. Couldn't scan even if I wanted to. So that's 3. I will take a shield. Next up, the 4th Wing Patrol ship is just going to do a simple one forwards. Oh, that is
It's close, but not quite.
painful. So I'm going to target lock the scimitar. That's my first action. And then battle stations as my second action. Because of Ducat. And then finally, oh, hang on, no, that's, yeah, it's just out. And then finally, Khan is going to definitely trigger the mines. Oh, yeah, sorry, forgot to. By doing the target lock, Khan also got a target lock, and he was going to.
Yeah, no, I understand. No worries. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Target lock. And scimitar.
All right, let's see what the dice can do. Okay, one hit.
One shield on Khan. And he also gets an orc spruce troubles as well. I think that's everybody, yes. That 9 belonged to you. Right, combat phase. So Khan's got nothing. But the Ducat has got, unfortunately not the Dideridex, but it's got the scimitar. You're not cloaked, are you?
No. Not cloaked, no shields.
Which means to... I can't see a better time to use it, just for the sake.
You have to shoot it at least once.
Yeah, I mean it gives me a conversion, but I've got battle stations anyway. But yeah, why not? I'll just do a phase polaron beam. So disable that, and really all it's going to give me is an automatic conversion for one battle stations to a hit. But yeah, on the scimitar, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3 plus Gultaran, and that is it, I think. Yeah, just the 4. As I said, I'm getting weaker and weaker. So there's 4, and that's why we'll do the target lock on that one there, which lands that. So 1 hit and 2 crits.
And I rolled 1 evade, so 1 hit, 1 crit.
2 crits. It cancels, the hits cancel first, and then it's the crits.
Oh, right, sorry. Okay. So we have Jostled Navigator, and I get another Ox.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my Breen ship, which has no quality at all. Yeah, no quality. So it's going to be a range 1 from my Breen ship, which should have a Gultaran token. Did I put it in the wrong place? Oh no, it's there. Move it. There we go. Okay, Breen ship. So it's got 3 standard, plus range 1 into the scimitar, plus Gultaran, so 5 dice. Just gotta Hope for a good roll.
2 hits, might get
Yeah.
one through.
Two
Okay.
hits.
Lucky to get both. Oh, both go through.
2 hits.
How much did you have left on?
It still has
that?
2 health.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So I guess it's my turn.
It definitely is.
Well, I think we're going to try and kill Khan with the scimitar here, see what happens.
Okay.
Because, yeah, definitely in range 1. So that should be 7.
Have you got any other gimmicks?
Yeah. 6 plus 1.
Oh yeah, Laris is only if you sensor echo, isn't it?
So 2 hits.
Ooh. That's rough for 7 dice. Okay, so Khan is rolling 2. I do have
Plus 1, yeah.
Cool Taran, but I got to decide whether to use him now or maybe wait for a potential Derridex shot. I'm going to use it now, actually. And I will just roll the 3 and take 1 more hit. So that's no shields left on Khan. Oh, got rid of his card as well.
And now the Derridex is going to try to do the same.
Yep.
So 6 dice, though. 4 plus 1, and then 1 for range.
Yeah. Ooh, that's rough
Jesus.
again.
Rough.
Wow.
Dice have not been kind. Like you got that initial roll where it was all hits and crits, and then the dice have just
Mhm.
gone. That's your good roll, and that's all you're allowed.
Apparently.
So I still take a hit, just for the sake of argument. Because I deleted the card, I'm going to put that there, even though it's not.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 hull left on Khan. Okay. And that's it. Another round done and dusted.
All right.
So yeah, the Roman's in a bad spot. The scimitar, that Orcs has not helped it. I can imagine the 4th wing might try and chase that ship down, finish it off. Everything's all out of position at the moment.
Oh yeah, time to open up for
I think it'd be sensible for Khan just to pootle forwards and start dishing out those actions. The Derridex probably going to hit those mines. Scimitar can't really afford to hit the mines. He's made a quick decision. Should be interesting.
Already planned out.
Okay. Yeah, you're not avoiding those mines this time, Ducat.
Well, I have to say, for better or worse, this has definitely been a learning experience. So,
I would say it's
For
been
example,
a great game.
I've learned that the 4 come about is not as far as I think it is, and it will get the scimitar stuck if I use it.
Yes. Well, if it's near mines. But,
Yeah. No, I thought I would get to the other side of the mine, but nope.
I mean, that it all comes from experience, doesn't it? You know, you'll
Exactly.
You'll be able to gauge
Well,
this.
like I said earlier, I've only been playing for a month. This is like my 6th game, so no worries.
I mean, if it's any, you know, I will say you're flying really well.
It has been a good game.
Oh, it's been a great game. Lots of tactics and thinking, and yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, so did you flip it?
I didn't. So.
All right. I mean, it's not too important, but so Daredix would have to go first.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to use. So yeah, we're good.
We're going to go ahead 1, and then we are going to cloak because we cleared the evade, and because it's Liviana, she gets to do a free action. So I am going to Sensor Echo.
Yep. Oh, we got the mines to do as well, though, haven't we? But yeah, that's fine.
That's where she'll end up.
But I'll just roll for the mines anyway. You're shielded, aren't you? You've got 4 shields.
No, I just cloaked.
Yeah. So, but
I mean, unless
when you moved on to the mines, you
we're cloaked.
You weren't. You were cloaked. Yeah. So you would have had the shield. So
to the shields.
So 2
shields?
on your shields. Yeah. And then yeah, your action would have been to Sensor Echo and
cloak and Sensor Echo, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doing really well with hugging the planet, that little thing.
You are, definitely. Cool Turan is gonna stay in the game. He can at least give Cool Turan to the attack ships. 1 for each of those against the Romulans. And he's just going to hang out there for a bit. And then it's your scimitar.
Who's just going to run ahead.
Oof. Okay, so let's move that cloak token.
A wise decision.
So, yeah. Okay. So, in light of that,
it's like, nah, I'm not staying around that mine anymore. It's done too much.
yeah. Who's next? So, Green. Gonna go 1 forwards, clear the token, and I get through. Actually, do I want to just scan?
It makes sense. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna scan.
Okay, so 2. Nothing.
Okay. Next up, it's gonna be 4th wing. This is gonna be painful. I knew I couldn't avoid it. So, what that means is the come about doesn't take place. Where am I going to end up? Let's use our handy dandy ruler. think I'm going to end up bumping more into my ship than yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's looking like it's going to squeeze in there because it's not going to get in there. So I still get the orcs, and I still get 3 lovely mine dice. God, I couldn't even give you that, could it? What you've learned is you need to burn your dice. Get some new ones.
Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
And then finally I've got Khan, who's doing a green maneuver to get away from the mines. Clear the orcs. And at this stage, he's just going to take an evade. Right.
Alright, so Ducat.
Ducat, who at one stage did not look like he was going to get a shot this round,
Is the only one with 1.
is the only one with 1. I'll have to check it out here. So Scimitar's on 2. The Deredex is cloaked again, but only has 1 damage card on it. Is that right, or is that 2 damage cards?
It's 2.
Oh yeah, console fire.
Because one's the crit.
Oh yes. Did you roll for the start of the combat phase?
No, but I just did, and it is blank.
No worries. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, got to go for the scimitar, really, haven't I? So that's time. Is that range 1? It is range 1. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 for the range, plus 1 for Gul'Taran, with see if I could use the Polaron beam. I could have had Damar rerolls, but never mind. Let's just roll some naked dice, and I'll take 2 hits and a crit.
Scimitar is destroyed. So 2 hits and a crit.
Yeah.
Communication failure.
And then your Deredex, again, I think target-rich environment.
Indeed. Well, I do think that I can get a cheeky shot off on Khan
You can.
as he's trying to run away. So we're gonna go with that.
Not
So
fast enough.
5 dice. Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Hit and 2 crits.
So Khan will just get 3 because of Gul'Taran. And I will spend the evade. And there's 2 crits, so I'll take a crit on Khan. Still could be a double damage. That's a warp core breach.
5 minutes for a warp core breach.
Dear.
There's nothing I can do.
So could have died next turn, but that is the game.
Well, I know it doesn't count, but out of curiosity, mind rolling 1 just to see? I'm curious.
I was gonna say, there we go. Nope.
Nope. All right.
There we go. Well, that was a fantastic game, though. Your Romulans took a lot. They really did. They took quite a bit of fire.
Yeah. No, the dice have been just a little more kind.
I'd hate to think how that game would have gone if your dice had been kind. If I'm honest, But, yeah, I was kind of living off scraps there with your dice, and yeah.
No, I think the only truly erroneous thing I did was that one come about on the scimitar. So you know what, I can live with it.
Yeah, I mean, I played my little trick with the energy dampening weapon. That was me sort of going, right, I'm gonna blow the energy dampening weapon. I'm gonna try and delete a ship with that, and then after all of that, I think I did something like 2 hull to you, and I was like, oh. And you probably couldn't hear it in my voice, but secretly I was thinking, oh crap, this is gonna be a bit harder than I was anticipating with the energy dampening weapon.
But it all worked out because it coasted straight into the mines and pretty much killed itself.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the mines were an afterthought for my list, but they've definitely done their job.
Oh yeah, they did like what, 7 or 8 damage to me. So
best mine rolls I've ever had, and that's hand on heart. Mine rolls standard are awful.
Well, you know, when the dice run hot like that, it's fun, win or lose. So
yeah,
good game.
Very good.
It was a pleasure. Do you mind posting it?
I'll post it, no problem at all.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I hope, obviously, yeah, you were unlucky with the disruptive bombardment list in the start, but I do really wish you luck, and I hope to see a win in that 3rd round.
Worst case, I don't. It happens. I've already started thinking about what to do for the next event.
Ooh, okay. Look forward to that then.
Yeah, no, hopefully it's a little more refined and maybe some quality. I could use some quality, I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of your rolls were, you were rolling the correct amount of dice. It was just the lack of battle stations, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a big one. And that is the Romulan curse, so maybe I'm going to have to bring an Admiral Mendak.
Yes.
But again, it was a fun and good game. Congratulations and good luck, because you're 2-0 now.
Yes.
So
definitely.
Good luck in the final with whatever happens.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to take off then. You have a good day, and thanks for the game.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, guys. Great game.
Bye-bye.
That was a right cracker. That was very tense all the way through. I think obviously Nick's mines helped carry quite a lot. Those Romulans took a right pounding. Very stubborn ships, nice high hull value. But Nick escapes it. I think he'll be counting his lucky stars, because it wasn't comfortable for either side there. So happy days. Other than that, thanks for watching, everyone. Nick goes 2-0 as Dray alluded to. You've seen the stand-ins briefly. Not sure when the next game is yet, but keep checking media promotion on the Fremont group to find out when I'm streaming. I've still got my game with Jed to book in for later this week, upcoming week. So just keep your eye out on all the game results. Otherwise, thanks very much. If you haven't already checked us out on the Discord group and you're interested in playing Star Trek Attack Wing, the Fremont Reformation on Discord,